Have you ever noticed that the more you try to control things in your life, the more out of control you feel? Have you noticed that if you want someone's approval or validation, the more you want it, the more you kind of do weird things or your energy comes off different, and the less they actually naturally like you or approve of you or validate you? The thing is many times the more we try to control, the more we put our energy into things, the more we actually resist. And in this video, I'm going to show you the cure and what changes everything when you apply it, and it makes your life so much easier, more aligned, and effortless. There's something called the law of reversed effort. And this is a law that is also stems from something called the backwards law from Alan Watts. And it's exactly what I was sharing with you at the beginning, where the more you want something, the more you actually lack something. The more that you try to control things in your life, the more out of control you feel. Whereas if you would just go with the flow and accept things that are out of control, you would then feel more in control. If you would accept, a lot of this has to do with acceptance. If you would accept where you're at when it comes to wanting someone else's validation or approval, you were to accept yourself and feel natural about it and not feel weird or try to get something from someone else, then what would happen is people would just naturally like you more. So it's an interesting dynamic, but really what this has to do with is understanding that if we are approaching life in a way where our ego is trying to control things, our ego is trying to get things, then what happens is we are emphasizing that this moment right here isn't good enough, and we end up re-establishing a sense of a reality that isn't where we want it to be. So in a way, vibrationally, what we're saying is, where we are right now is not good enough. Where we are right now is not good enough. I want to be over there. And because we're in that energy and we're trying to get out of it, we're emphasizing, the trying itself is emphasizing that we're not where we want to be, that things are not okay, that I am not safe. And then we end up staying in a reality that is equal to that. This is why the more I've learned about personal development, the more I realize it's just complete bullshit. If we want to change ourselves, we want to make ourselves better, we want to read all the books, we want to get in and listen to all the seminars and do everything because we want to change, once again, we are emphasizing that there's something we have, or there's something that's outside of ourselves that if we got, we would feel good. Now, the key and the transformation of everything that I would like for you to get out of this video is understanding that attachment is the culprit here. It's attachment. If it's control that we're having trouble letting go of, it's because we believe, there's a false belief that is there, that we are attached to, that says, if people act the way I want them to act, then I can feel safe. Then I can feel good enough. If the attachment is on someone else giving us approval or validation, then the belief is, the belief is somebody else has something of mine. They have the validation, the love, or the support. And if they would just give it to me, then I would finally feel safe. So remember this saying just throughout life. 90% of all transformation is awareness. It's simply becoming aware. The more aware you become, the more free you become. The more aware you become, the less effort you need to put into things. Because what you can then do is just let go of the false belief that says that you're not good, that you don't accept yourself. It's not necessarily what we're changing is like, oh, well, then I'll just stay the same and I'll smoke and just chill on my couch all day. Is that what you're saying? It's real. I'm not saying that. What it is realizing is the energy you're putting into things. If the reason you need to control life and have things happen the way you want is because you believe that that will make you happy, then there's going to be problems because there's an attachment there. And remember, attachment is the root of all suffering. What is the key to getting out of attachment? It's awareness. It's becoming aware of why you want what you want. For myself, I know that growing up, I felt controlled. I felt like, and I literally had like a narcissistic army commander as an ex-stepmom from 7 to 15 years old. Didn't have any freedom. After my ex-stepmom left my life when I was 15 and my dad finally divorced her, I then had all this freedom, and it scared the shit out of me. It felt weird to be able to watch TV, even though I always wanted to watch TV. Then I was able to watch TV. Then I was able to actually eat enough food. All of a sudden, I started loving food. Even to this day, food is such something that I have to not control. I guess that goes against what we're talking about in this video, but I love it so much, and maybe it's because I was deprived it when I was a kid. I was given a TV dinner at night and a bowl of cereal in the morning, and I was I weighed like 115 pounds until I was like a junior in high school, and my dad divorced my ex-stepmom. But the reason I share this is because I felt so controlled. Even after my ex-stepmom left my life when I was 15 or 16, I then created my own sense of control. I'd focus on my diet. I'd focus on, at first I attracted women into my life, specifically women, because I had a belief that women try to control me. It's the attachment to that belief that I had. And therefore, I felt trapped in an old reality where women were always trying to control me, either an ex-girlfriend that was really jealous, or it was like a manager that was like just like my ex-stepmom, controlling, talks down to people, manipulative. And it's interesting because we create the same childhood dynamics that we haven't healed until we heal it, accept it, forgive it, and move that energy. And the more I became aware of these different things, the less I felt like I needed to control things, the more free I started to become. And I recognize it even to this day in certain ways where just the other day I was looking at myself in the mirror and I go through these phases where I get in shape and I go through like a diet cut. I cut my calories and I exude more exertion of energy, and then I lose like 5 pounds maybe. And then I feel really good about how I feel. And then what happens is I start just like going more into autopilot, and I might gain 4 or 5 pounds. Then I start looking in the mirror I just look at the fat on my body. I'm like, oh, there's this extra fat in my back right here, and what can I do about it? And what I've realized though, the energy I'm coming from is I need to change because it's almost like I'm not worthy unless I change and have that fat off of my body. But that's just my weird neurotic way of trying to control so that I can feel worthy. And what I've learned is it's not that I can't lose the 5 pounds or whatever, but the energy from which I am exerting it is just very unhealthy. And instead of trying to get somewhere else, what I'm focusing on is I'm focusing on the lifestyle of enjoying the process. Because what I used to do is let's say as an example of the losing the weight thing, I would crash diet myself. I would just not eat that much the next day, and it would be so painful, but I would do it because I want to get there as fast as possible because where I'm at right now isn't good enough. But what I've learned to do instead is to enjoy the process. To instead focus on the lifestyle. What workouts can I do that I actually enjoy? What food can I eat that's enough food that I enjoy even if I'm in a little bit of a calorie deficit? How can I enjoy the process along the way? And this mindset has changed everything. Now, in the same way, I used to make videos that I just thought would get a certain amount of views. I'd make videos that I would get approval from people. But remember, the energy from which and the more I would try, the more it wouldn't come. The less I try, the more I'm just being myself, the more people feel that, the more people like the content because people feel what I feel when I'm making the videos. But remember, 90% of all transformation is simply awareness, and the power I want to share with you today is that less is more. Subtract from your life to add more. Subtract. Subtract and let go of the belief you're not good enough. Subtract and let go of the desire that you might have that says that once I obtain this specific person, this, that, then I can feel good. The funny thing about personal development and transformation is that everything you want already exists inside of yourself. There's just beliefs that are there that says once I get this, then I can feel happy. And I'm becoming aware of that in my own life in many ways because it's like as I've attained the level of success that I always dreamed of, I'm realizing that it's just like there's nothing that beats just feeling safe in your own body. There's nothing that beats just realizing that the energy from within you is already there. I think a lot of times we're addicted to the dopamine. We've been psychologically programmed from society to always seek more, to not be good with where we are, to desire to be compared to other people on Instagram, to want certain clothes, certain features, certain whatever. It's just a hypnosis that society gives us to not feel good enough because the marketing consumerism fuels the industry that we live in. Imagine that instead we just felt whole and complete already. And that wouldn't be good for certain brands and certain marketings and stuff like that. But the truth is, we are. And the more we come at it from the place of I'm already worthy, I'm already enough, it changes all the energy dynamics. Then you don't have to try so hard. So if you're finding it hard and you feel like the worse you're making things by like trying more and more, you can let go of trying. It's more focusing on being. That should be like the main focus of the video, the lesson that you get. And instead of the outcome, see what happens is the more you try, the more effort you put in, the more you're attached to outcome. It's become about the outcome and the false belief that says once I get that outcome, then I'll be happy, then I'll feel good enough. And the more attached we are to that, the more we're going to try. But the more attached we are, the more we're believing the false belief that says that this thing's actually going to make me happy. Whatever it is, if it's a person, realize the person you think is going to make you happy, it's just a belief that says that this person's going to make you happy. That's it. It's a story. And if it's not just that they're going to make you happy, it's that if you had this person, that then you would feel worthy and whole and complete. It's just a false belief. Remember, it's a false belief that says that this is going to make you happy. But remember, beliefs, stories, there's something you can have for a period of time, but you can let them go. They're not ingrained into reality. It is not actually empirically true that you cannot be happy unless this person is in your life or unless this thing is in your life. So really what this is about letting go of the belief, the false beliefs that say you're not there already. When in actuality, you have within yourself the ability to feel the worthiness, to feel whatever you would feel once you had this thing, you already have it inside of yourself. But the key to this is being in the moment, enjoying the process, and doing things because it's who you prefer to be. So it doesn't mean that I can't lose 5 pounds, but it's not being attached to the outcome, knowing that once I lose 5 pounds, it's not that then I'm worthy. Because then what normally happens is then I feel too skinny, and then I feel like I need to gain muscle, and then I go through a process of trying to bulk again, and then it's like this cycle. So instead, what I've learned from all of this is to enjoy the frickin' process along the way. Instead of making it about this, make it about the lifestyle. Make it about the energy I choose to embody now. It's like if I was like getting on YouTube back in the day, I was like, I need to make these videos to get views, to get validation, and to get to get out of my 9-to-5 job. Well, then I'm attached to outcome. But if I'm making videos because I enjoy it, if I'm making videos because it's who I am, it's very different energy. You see, you do things because it's who you are, not what it'll get you. Then you're not attached. Because even if somebody stops watching your video, you still know that you're being the most authentic version of you. So the only thing that really matters and the only process to this that will really change your life more than anything else is making the choice to let go of the BS, the belief systems, the bullshit stories that you've been telling yourself, that you've been attached to, that you have been hypnotized into believing will lead to your happiness. When in actuality, none of that will actually make you happy. You can be happy with where you are right now. I'm finally settling in and knowing that my home is where I am right now. Home is you being in your body. I say that because you've probably seen me move to Sedona. I lived in Sedona for 6 months, 3 months, 4 months. And then I moved to Austin, and I moved into the middle of downtown, in the middle of a big city area, busy. And then I moved from there. Then I moved into a different part of Austin, where it's more naturey, but then there were too many people. And now I've moved like 4 times the last couple of years. Because it's like, oh, I'll be happy once I get this. I'll be happy once I get this. And what I'm realizing is I have to create that sense of happiness from within, that sense of security from within. And I vowed to myself now to stay in this house that I'm in now. I'm in nature. I love this. This house is beautiful. It's got a nice view and stuff. And great lighting, as you guys can see. But it's my vow to be happy with where I'm at now, because I can identify and I'm aware that what I was chasing and why I was moving so much was because of the dopamine. Dopamine. I just wanted to, oh, it's exciting to move over here. It's exciting to do this, excited to do this, instead of just being happy with where I am in the moment. So realize you can be happy with where you are now. The more you try, the more you actually resist, the more you try to control, the more out of control you feel. The key to this is just simply letting go. And when you let go, everything changes. Now, I do have a PDF that shows you exactly how to let go. It's on raising your vibration. The second step is all around letting go. I show you my signature process for doing so. If you haven't checked that out yet, you can check it in the bottom of the description box or in the top of the description box. And then also, I do have a video that's one of my most powerful videos on letting go. It's letting go secrets that will make you confident AF. Watch this video and watch how much more confident it helps you feel. People feel what you feel about you. The energy inside of our bodies are contagious. And based on how we feel about ourselves, that energy is being emanated out, and other people are